Good morning, dear brothers. Welcome to this morning's devotion. This is May 1, and being a Workers' Day, I thought that it is appropriate that we reflect on how we carry out the kingdom work as co-workers with Christ. I'm going to be reading from the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5, and it reads, "For we know that if the earthly tent we live in is destroyed, we have a building from God, an eternal house in heaven, not built by human hands. Meanwhile we groan, longing to be clothed instead with our heavenly dwelling, because when we are clothed, we will not be found naked. For while we are in this tent, we groan and are burdened, because we do not wish to be unclothed, but to be clothed instead with our heavenly dwelling, so that what is mortal may be swallowed up by life. Now the one who has fashioned us for this very purpose is God, who has given us the Spirit as a deposit, guaranteeing what is to come." Verse 6, "Therefore, we are always confident, and we know that as long as we are at home in the body, we are away from the Lord. For we live by faith, not by sight." Now I want us to underline that last verse, verse 7, "For we live by faith and not by sight." Indeed, we have to work and lead our lives in faith without seeing Him. For a time, we are conscious of God's attention. Then when God begins to use us in His enterprises, we take on a pathetic look and talk of the trials and the difficulties, and all the time God is trying to make us do our duty as obscure people. None of us would be obscure spiritually if we could help it. Can we do our duty when God has shut up heaven? Some of us always want to be illuminated saints with golden halos and the flash of inspiration, and to have the saints of God dealing with us all the time. A gilt-edged saint is no good. He is abnormal and fit for daily life, and altogether unlike God. We are here as men, not as half-fledged angels, to do the work of the world, and to do it with an infinitely greater power to stand the turmoil, because we have been born from above. If we try to reintroduce the rare moments of inspiration, it is a sign that it is not God we want. We are making a fetish of the moments when God did come and speak, and insisting that He must do it again. Whereas what God wants us to do is to walk by faith. How many of us have laid ourselves by, as it once said, "I cannot do any more until God appears to me"? He never will. And without any inspiration, without any sudden touch of God, we will have to get up. Then comes the surprise. Why? He was there all the time, and I never knew it. Never live for the rare moments. They are surprises. God will give us touches of inspiration when He sees we are not in danger of being led away by them. We must never take our moments of inspiration, or rather make the moments of our inspiration our standards. Our standard is our duty. Let me end our morning's devotion by reflecting a bit on Job, who expressed deep faith in God, his Redeemer, when in spite of his immediate circumstances, he acknowledges that yet the righteous holds to his way, and he who has clean hands grows stronger and stronger. Let us today choose to emulate Job and place our deep faith in God, and that way we shall live by faith and not by sight. God bless you.